every year around this time in the Final Four and in the national championship, there's always a few guys, a few role players that make their moment, that make their name remembered. Let's go over a few role players that could potentially fit that Cinderella shoe role. Let's start with Illinois and Jake Davis. 40% three-point shooter. He was 25 minutes per game in the regular season. He was one of my favorite players to watch as I was just hammering Illinois team total overs because when he came into the game, he was good for 2 threes, and then you wouldn't see him for the rest of the game. Like I said, 40% three-point shooter. He got a lot of run while Boswell was out. Boswell is obviously back, but UConn has a bunch of small guards, and if Illinois wants to go to a lineup that is just tall, they could throw Jake Davis at the three, Stojakovic, Wagler, Ivasic, or whatever the case may be, and have Jake Davis in there, Boswell on the bench. And if Jake Davis sees a few threes go down early, he can become a flamethrower. Like I said, 40% three-point shooter who has played with this team, has a lot of run with this team, was getting 25 minutes per game in the middle of February, beginning of January. Then Boswell comes back. He reserved more at 19, 20 minutes role, 20-minute per game role. He has definitely had a more limited role in the NCAA tournament. If he comes on, bangs a few threes, he could be a real difference maker. Keep an eye out for ponytail Jake Davis. I've talked about this guy at nauseum, I feel like, but Anthony Delorso is a sleeping giant. If that guy is playing with some confidence, he won't miss. He did, however, bang up his finger against Iowa State. Somebody said in my TikTok comment section anyway, which I was not privy to before making this video and making this content. But either way, if he is healthy, the dude with some confidence can erupt for 25. He had 25 in the Big 12 semifinal against Iowa State when Jaden Bradley hit that shot. He had 22 against Houston, 22 against BYU in back-to-back games in late February. He has the second most three-pointers made for Arizona. Keep an eye on Anthony Delorso if he's fully healthy off the bench. If he bangs a few threes early, if he gets some confidence about him, he can really be a real problem scoring the basketball. Staying with Arizona, Toby Awaka is an athletic freak. If he gets a big dunk early he leads Arizona in rebounding, he comes off the bench, and there's a 7-footer named Krivas on the team. So if Toby Awaka comes off the bench, gets a quick yam, gets a quick alley-oop, a quick and one, and his confidence gets going, he can really take over a game. He is an athletic freak. So keep an eye on Toby Awaka as well. And there's a UConn player who doesn't get a lot of run, like 16 minutes per game, but he's a 6'1" point guard. And I do believe in divine intervention. The universe rewards people that deserve it. 5-year senior, transfer from Dayton, Malachi Smith, 6'1", shooting 46% from three on the season. He's only made like 20 of them either way, though. He is 46% from three on the season. Every time he comes on the floor, hustling for loose balls, tying guys up, getting that possession arrow flipped or getting his team extra possessions, always makes the right pass. Great ball handle. I believe in divine intervention. Guys that work hard, guys that hustle, they get their moment. 46% from three. If he sees a few threes go down early, not to mention Silas Demery's been a little bit banged up. Braylon Mullins and Solo Ball have been very inconsistent shooting the basketball. Malachi Smith gets in. He bangs a few threes early. He gets some extended time. Look out for Malachi Smith to make something happen. And then it's the two guards for Michigan off the bench, Roddy Gale, Namari Burnett, two senior guards, both shooting over 40% from three in March. Gale specifically shooting 57% from three. That's enough to get me excited where I think if these two get hot, if they bang a few threes or three early, either of these two guards can go off and be a real difference maker. So those are some guys that I would keep an eye on. If you're throwing together a few player prop parlays, if you're looking for some point total props, if you're looking for some three-point shooting props, those are some guys to keep an eye on. Those are some names. Those are some guys that could etch their names into the March Madness history books, the Final Four history books, before it is all said and done in Indianapolis. And you know what? If you made it this far, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to have plenty of NBA, NFL, all the sports content you need for the next few weeks. Make sure you like and subscribe. I love you guys.